The GOAT. I don't care what nobody say. Top 5 point guard of all the time, and I'm not arguing with nobody, man. Look, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Look, y'all already know I'm an OKC fan. Russell is my GOAT of all time, so I'm here for it. How good was prime Russell Westbrook? I'm already knowing how good.
Here's Westbrook racing up the floor, coast to coast, and he throws it down.
How actually good he was.
Kobe once said that the player who reminds him most of himself is Russell Westbrook.
He played me like I did.
And just like Kobe, Russ is one of the most polarizing players in NBA history. A guy that averages 10 assists and gets called a ball hog. Someone who wins an MVP and gets called a loser. A superstar who gets called a locker room cancer. So, how good was prime Russell Westbrook actually?
Like, how? Like,
with the fourth
that's how you
pick
know the NBA just be bullshit, man. Like,
the 2008 NBA Draft, the Seattle Supersonics select Russell Westbrook from UCLA.
But Russ never played in Seattle because 2 weeks later they moved their franchise to Oklahoma City and became the Thunder. When he first got to the NBA, Westbrook was still the same guy he was all his life. A point guard with bad court vision and a shooting guard without an outside shot. But his havoc...
Hold on, bro. See, I hate when niggas talk crazy in these videos. A point guard with bad court vision, but he averaged 10 assists, so how he got bad court vision? Like, you just sound dumb.
Freaking energy and unreal speed are what separated him from every other player and made him special. No one could slow him down. Would grab the rebound, turn on the jets, and dunk it on the other end in less than 4 seconds. In one moment, you'd shake your head in disappointment after a bad turnover, and in the next one, you'd shake your head in amazement after one of Westbrook's signature dunks through traffic. Russ was always Russ, and there was nobody who was going to turn him into a methodic and poised point guard like John Stockton or Jason Kidd. In his 3rd season, Westbrook became an all-star, averaging 22 points and 8 assists. In his 4th year, the Thunder made the NBA Finals, with Westbrook playing a spectacular second-round series against the Lakers. Then, in the finals against Miami, the main narrative...
I watched that series against the Lakers, nigga. Russell was going stupid.
Surrounded the LeBron versus Durant matchup, and rightfully so. But Russ wouldn't be Russ if he didn't put his imprint on the series for better or worse. In the pivotal Game 4, Westbrook scored 43 points, but then took some awful shots when the game was on the line, and Miami took a 3-1 lead. In Game 5, Russ shot 4 for 20 from the field, and the Thunder lost the series.
Check KD stats, bro. Check KD stats too, bro. Don't see when he do other players in his videos nonstop. He talk good about everybody. When it come to Russ, he want to D.
While most of the world blamed James Harden for a bad performance, Westbrook had his own share of critics. Yes, he averaged 27, 6, and 6 in the finals at the age of 23, which was astonishing. But
age of 23, averaging 27, 6, and 6, but he gonna talk some butt. You about to D. Come on, man. What we doing? Man, it's supposed to be how good was prime Russell actually. He was the god.
But still, why did he take 3 shots per game more than KD, who was much more efficient and a reigning 3-time scoring champion?
He was scared to shoot the ball.
Despite the bad shot selection and losing the championship, everybody believed that Russ, KD, and Harden would become a dynasty. But the trio would soon become a duo, as James Harden was traded to the Rockets. Even though trading Harden would soon prove to be the biggest mistake in OKC history, KD and Russ were more than capable of running the show. In 2013, Oklahoma won 60 games in the regular season and secured the #1 seed in the West. In Game 3 of the first-round playoff series against the Rockets, Patrick Beverley collided with Russ, and the Thunder superstar fell to the floor in pain. His meniscus...
I want to find Patrick Beverley when this happened, bro. I want to find him and do him bad. I want him to put hands and feet on him. I want him to do him the worst way. I'm not gonna lie, Patrick. I want to do
was torn, but he still finished the game and scored 29 points. However, after the game, he was ruled out for the remainder of the season, after which many people asked the same question. Will Russ regain his athleticism and fly above the rim like he used to? Or will he suffer the same fate as Derrick Rose, another superhuman point guard who never fully recovered after his knee injury? This was also the first time Russell Westbrook was ever injured. Dating back to high school, he never missed a single game. It's said that after his first knee surgery, Derrick Rose was afraid to step on the treadmill. And Westbrook? Well, after the initial surgery to repair his meniscus, Russ came back even faster than everyone expected and was still playing the only way he knew how, at 100 miles per hour. But because of his relentless nature, his knee didn't fully recover, and he'd need 2 more surgeries before the 2014 season. Thankfully, Russ recovered for the playoffs, where he showed that his athleticism and spirit were intact. He fearlessly attacked the basket at full speed like we've grown accustomed to, and he helped the Thunder reach the conference finals. But against the Spurs, the Thunder lost in 6 games, despite Russell averaging 27, 6, and 7, which led all scorers in the series. In 2015, it was KD who suffered a season-ending injury, and that fully unleashed Russ. Westbrook averaged a career-high 28 points per game, which led the NBA in scoring, along with 7 rebounds and nearly 9 assists per game. But without KD, the Thunder missed the playoffs by 1 game. In 2016, OKC bounced back, winning 55 games and making the conference finals against the Golden State Warriors. In Game 4, Russ led the Thunder to a dominant victory with 36 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. OKC took a 3-1 lead in the series, and it seemed like they were on course to another NBA Finals clash against LeBron. But in the next 3 games, Westbrook shot 35% from the field and less than 30% for 3, with 5 turnovers per game. The Warriors bounced.
Hold on, so we ain't gonna check KD stats in that game? This nigga KD was, KD was god all for them last 2 games. It was the worst 3 games performance I ever seen KD ever play in his life. Talk about straight buns. We was playing trash as a unit. We look bad as a unit. You can't blame Russ for that loss. I can't do it.
Back and won the series in what was the most disappointing loss in Thunder history. With Kevin Durant entering free agency, the whole world wondered if he was going to stay loyal to Russ in Oklahoma City or sign with somebody else. For all OKC fans, KD chose the worst possible option, signing with the Warriors, a team that just defeated OKC in the playoffs. Westbrook was livid with KD's decision and his lack of communication about leaving the team.
This is how it goes. When I hoop, I have no friends.
But just like it was in 2015 when KD got hurt, Russ was now fully unleashed to dominate. Freed of sharing the ball with Durant, Westbrook had the best statistical season in modern NBA history, averaging 31.6 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 10.4 assists, becoming just the 2nd player ever to average a triple-double.
Come on, man. What we talking about, bro? Y'all better put some respect on that man's name for real before I get mad.
For the season. In 2017, Russ broke all sorts of records. He had 42 triple-doubles on the season, including 3 50-point games with a triple-double. He had the highest usage rate in NBA history and led the NBA in scoring. But in the playoffs, the Thunder quickly lost to the Rockets in 5 games, in a series they never looked like they could win. Despite Russ averaging 37, 11, and 11 in the series, OKC never played as a team, which proposed another big question. Was Russell actually helping his team with all those triple-doubles?
How they never play as a team? This nigga sounds so
And despite averaging more than 10 assists per game, was he actually a selfish player? The answer to that is yes and no. Statistically speaking, OKC won over 80% of the games when Russ averaged a triple-double, and they were a worse team when Westbrook was on the bench. But on the other hand, his hero ball wasn't ever going to work in the playoffs. And that's not just because—
No, bro, it's because he had nobody else on his team. Who was his second option? Steven Adams? Victor Oladipo? Like, you don't know ball. Non-stop, you don't know ball, bro.
Because of Westbrook's weak supporting cast, it was doomed because of how he treated his supporting cast. Westbrook would often have the ball 90% of the entire possession. And then even if he passed the ball, it would be a hot potato pass at the end of the shot clock. Other than Russ, nobody had the chance to get into any kind of rhythm. And that killed the flow of the game.
Nobody else on the team was good. It was my team. I know we had nobody else, man. We didn't want nobody else to touch the ball. What are you talking about, nonstop? We didn't want nobody else to touch it. It's the reason why he had that thing 90% of the time.
Despite averaging over 10 assists per game and getting his teammates wide open shots, they would usually be ice cold and barely remember what a basketball felt like. With an offense that's so heavily dependent on one player, even when Russ would sit, the other players started forcing shots just to feel relevant. Throughout NBA history, this kind of hero ball never really worked. When Oscar Robertson averaged his triple-double, he lost the first round of the playoffs. The same with Jordan when he averaged 37 points per game, or Kobe when he averaged 35. Sure, there is an argument that Russell won a ton of games by himself, playing 1-on-5 and dominating. You could also say that he had to play that way. because he didn't have great teammates and that it was the only way for them to win games. But the best players are always making their teammates better. Despite Westbrook's individual brilliance, his teammates wasted away next to him, and their skills were reduced to setting screens and catch-and-shoot three-pointers. Not to mention boxing out so he could get the rebound for his triple-double streak, as more than 80% of Westbrook's rebounds were uncontested. Sure, Russ won the MVP for his...
I hate niggas like nonstop, bro. Hating that nigga, man. Hating on niggas' greatness, bro. What you do nonstop in your life? You ain't never touched a ball in your life. He was doing triple-double streaks. Nigga, you ain't never got a rebound in your life. You talk about somebody triple-double streak. You don't even know how to get a rebound. Man, you get
historical treatment, and rightfully so. It's a regular season award, and the man was absolutely brilliant in the regular season, doing something we haven't seen in the modern NBA. But after the 2017 season finished, the world realized that Kevin Durant was right for going to Golden State.
No, he wasn't, man. That nigga Kevin Durant was a hoe. Oh, he went to Golden State because he wanted to win easy. Nobody respect them championships. He wanted to win easy. Nobody respect them championships.
KD was better off in a system where everyone touches the ball and where he didn't have to shoot isolation shots over two defenders. Westbrook proved that he can be dominant without KD, but one of them lost in the first round while the other won an NBA.
Because you got Steph Curry. Yo, you don't know ball. Nonstop, you don't know ball, bro. You don't know ball, gang.
A championship.
A couple of years ago, if somebody had said to you, do you think it's possible to average a triple-double in the NBA, what would you have said?
I'd say, why not?
After he won the MVP, Westbrook averaged a triple-double in 3 of the next 4 seasons. Each time, his teams lost in the first round of the playoffs, and nobody cared too much about his triple-doubles. In 2023, Nikola Jokic was 12 assists shy of averaging a triple-double for the season, and he's a perfect example of why all stats are not created equal. Jokic gets everybody involved. He doesn't...
See, this is the type dick eat I be talking about, bro. Like, this is the type of dick eat that's too much in the world, bro. The type of glaze. Russell Westbrook a ball hog. He just don't know what he be doing. But here's an example of Jokic here. He can dick eat. I'm sucking these dick. Bro, ain't no way, bro.
Force shots and doesn't pass to get the assists, but to make the right play. Joker's teammates cut and move all the time because they know that they're going to get the ball. With Westbrook, it's often just getting out of the way and waiting in the corner. While basketball completely changed since he came into the NBA, Russ stayed the same. He was always a shoot first.
Yeah, I'm not listening to this nigga nonstop no more. I'm done listening to nonstop. He just hating, bro. He just want to hate. I'm not listening to no hating that nigga, bro. I'm just not doing it, bro. I can't do it. I can't listen to no hating that nigga, man.
Ask questions later kind of player. A guy who always goes 100 miles per hour for better or for worse. A guy who does things his way and can't be tamed by coaches. But when he was in his prime, nobody can argue that this wasn't effective and that Westbrook wasn't a hell of a player.
I don't really care what nobody else thinks about my game. As long as I'm okay and satisfied with what I do and bring to the table, I'm going to keep busting everybody and then we'll figure it out after that.
He's one of the 6 best transition players in NBA history, on a list that includes young Charles Barkley, Jordan, LeBron, pre-injury Derrick Rose, and Giannis. His trademark move when he gets the rebound, dribbles the whole length of the court in 4 seconds, and then dunks over 2 defenders was mesmerizing. Poetry in motion that would bring the whole crowd to their feet. Despite often hunting for rebounds and teammates letting him get the ball for triple-doubles, it's safe to say that Westbrook is the best rebounder ever at his position. When he finishes his career, Russ will have over 25,000 points and 10,000 assists, a list that includes only him and LeBron. Westbrook...
Huh? Only him and who? Say that. I want to hear that again, man.
At his position. When he finishes his career, Russ will have over 25,000 points and 10,000 assists, a list that includes only him and LeBron. Westbrook is a 2-time scoring champion and a 3-time assist leader, another unique feat. He also made 9 All-NBA teams, with only 25 players in NBA history who have made 10 or more. By sheer numbers and accolades, Russ is among the 15 or 20 best players of all time.
Come on, man.
And throughout NBA history, there haven't been many players more polarizing than Westbrook.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all better give my nigga some respect. Nonstop, you was dick eating and hating in this video. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's cool. You ended off on a good note. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm sorry for getting heated, y'all, but bro, he was tweaking in this video, man. I don't know what he was talking about, man. He was tweaking, bro. But look, man, y'all already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. Y'all want to see more videos like this, man? Let me know in the comments. And I got y'all, but hey, I'm saying on the next one. No bad.